So how can you have a pressure shower when you don't have pressure water on board? It's not as hard a conundrum as you might think it is. Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. Today I'm sharing our solution for a shower that has decent water pressure when we don't have any water pressure on our boat. Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by Lunatech, makers of the hydration spray bottle, odor-free dishcloth, and self-cleaning washcloth. Lunatech offers practical gear designed to save water and reduce waste. A water bottle that doubles as a hose? A dishcloth that doesn't get stinky? Yes, please. Visit lunatechgear.com to learn more. Use code BOATGALLEY to save 10% on everything. Lunatech, innovative gear for your outdoor adventures. Now, I don't happen to have a Lunatech hydration spray bottle, but I think you could probably use one of those as a very easy, quick, rinse yourself off, especially if you're super hot or whatever and you just need to spritz some fresh water on your face. I think that would be a great use for that, although I know mostly it's used in the galley. But on Calypso, we don't have any pressure water on the boat. Still, we want to be able to have a shower. And while we have a foot pump in the galley, and that works pretty spectacularly, I can't quite get my head around or wrap my brain around how I would turn that concept of using a foot pump into something that I could use for a shower. Because when I say a shower, I want to have water that cascades over my head in a nice rain-ish kind of a pattern. I don't want to be putting something on a washcloth and just using that to wipe myself off. I want an actual shower with some kind of running water. There are lots and lots of options. You certainly could go for a solar shower, which is basically a plastic bag. It's black usually to make it much more efficient at heating water in the sun, that has a little lever on it. So you hoist the bag up in the rigging and you open up the spigot and you have a nice freshwater rinse in whatever way you can. And that's a great way to have a pressure shower when you don't have pressure water on board. It also doubles with the fact that it's being heated by the sun, so if you don't have hot water either, you can certainly still have a hot shower. And those things are great. You can take them lots of places. You can roll them up. They don't take up a lot of space when you are not using them. We have opted, however, for something a little different. And what we have on Calypso is a garden sprayer shower. What we've done, and this has been our option for our shower for as long as we've had the boat, is we have a standard 3-gallon garden sprayer that you buy at any hardware store, on Amazon. They're plastic. They've got a pump-up handle, and they have a super long wand. The idea behind them is you're carrying it with you, and then you can spray whatever it is, whether you're spraying weed killer or you're spraying fertilizer or whatever. You can get them in much larger sizes, and you can get them in smaller sizes. I've seen them as small as 1 gallon and as large as 5. We have a 3-gallon one that works really well. The trick is to change out that wand, which is awesome if you're spraying weeds, not so awesome if you're trying to hold it away from your head and spritz it on your head. We have swapped out that wand for a standard basic kitchen spray nozzle. If you want to get a longer hose, you can swap out the hose entirely, but all we've done is we've taken the wand piece off the end of the hose that is a part of the garden sprayer, and we've just changed out that wand for a kitchen sink sprayer. And what you do is you set that garden sprayer somewhere, you pump it up, and then using the handle, the little nozzle, the spring-loaded handle on your kitchen sink sprayer, you can give yourself a gorgeous, gorgeous shower. How do we solve the problem of hot water? Because we don't have hot water on the boat. Well, 2 different ways. One is that we actually have sewn a dark canvas cover for the tank. It does help it heat up really, really nicely. Although in the sun, honestly, it gets pretty warm in that plastic container anyway. On cloudy or especially cold days, we've actually found that a kettle full of boiling water poured into the tank, so obviously you're not filling the tank and then adding a kettle full of boiling water, but if you use, as part of your amount that's in there, you have a kettle full of boiling water, it makes it just about the perfect temperature. A couple things to be aware of are that Often these garden sprayers are made with a mild steel on the pickup tube. And so you may have to either go searching for one that is not mild steel, or just know that you're going to have to change out your shower or the pickup tube at some point. You could swap out that tube for a plastic tube and have it go down into your shower tank. But just be aware that sometimes the construction of these things is not exactly marine friendly. This shower solution has worked incredibly well for us. We can move it really easily, meaning we can shower on the side deck when we're in deserted anchorages. We can pop it in the dinghy if we want to just have a nice rinse with us after we get off the water from going skin diving or snorkeling. We can tuck it easily into the cockpit. We can put it up on the edge of the cockpit and sit down into the cockpit if we need to make sure that we aren't seen by neighbors. When we finish doing the head conversion down below, we'll be able to actually use our same garden shower, our same garden sprayer, our same shower. We'll be able to take it down below and use it in that space down below. It stows super easily in the lazarette. And as far as the amounts, 3 gallons of water is actually maybe too big now that we're just 2 of us. We would fill that up when the 4 of us were on the boat, and 3 gallons was enough for 4 very, very decent showers. Often we are using it as primarily for rinsing off salt water. And that 3 gallons, that was absolutely luxurious as a serious rinse. We could actually fill that shower once a day and be able to rinse off a couple times during the day when you're in and out of the water and you don't want to have salt water that comes down below. When it's just the 2 of us and we're splurging on a full freshwater shampoo and all, that 3 gallons is way more than enough. You use it, it's got great enough water pressure. Even me with long hair, I can get my hair wet really easily, shampoo up, and all of the rest of it. You do have to clean the tank every now and then, especially if you leave water in it and don't use it, because you do get some algae growth, but the tank seems to clean pretty easily with just a little bit of hand scrubbing with a brush down in there. We absolutely love having this as our shower on board. We love that it's durable. We love that it is simple to use, and we love that it gives us pressure water and hot pressure water without having to have that full kit on the boat all the time. I can't wait to share an anchorage with you when we maybe are toasting each other at sundowners after we've had our shower, whatever that shower looks like. Thank you so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love hearing from our listeners. We love it when you share us with your friends. We love it when you don't forget to subscribe in your favorite podcast app. There are 2 of these that come out every single week. Have the most wonderful one.